Alright. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Icarus. Well, the update has happened, and the mod I used did get updated, and so far that I can see, everything works. They also released a new basic decoration DLC at the same time. They're calling it the Homestead Pack. I purchased it myself. I like the game a lot. I thought it was worth it with all the extra decoration stuffs in here. So let's go through what it is, what there is. So in tier one, there was a one new thing for it. I This was not labeled as Homestead. You'll see later that some things are labeled Homestead. This one was not, but it is a brand new deal in tier one. You now can get a retaining wall that attaches to first dirt foundation and ramps to create a retaining wall. So I bought that to see what that looks like. I mean, I purchased it with a point. Um, as you can see, this right here is the icon for the Homestead Pack. So wherever you see this icon will be the new thing added by the Homestead Pack. So one of the things they added in Tier 2 is they added a new stove type that is wood burning. It's just the same as a pot belly stove. It does the exact same thing, but it's got a different look to it. It's basically all it is. It's just a different decoration item, basically. It does everything that the potbelly stove is. So if you don't want to purchase the pack, you do not have to. In tier 2 is also this. There is now a homestead pitchfork. It is the same tier as the iron sickle. It does the exact same stuff as the iron sickle, same yield and things like that. So there is no need. The only thing that this has is it automatically has a bleed on it when you attack with it. So if you want to use it as a weapon, here you go. But that's the only extra thing it has. And if you really, really wanted to, you could put the bleed on your iron sickle with a sickle attachment and an attunement bench. You don't have to have this to have that. But this is just that. Uh, but it's a functional sickle with a spear, basically. That's why it's got the bleeding on it. It kind of combines the iron spear with the iron sickle to make the pitchfork, basically. But there is no the attachment is not a spear attachment. The attachment is only a sickle attachment. So do be aware of that. You're not going to be able to attach any sickle spear attachments to that pitchfork. If we go on further down, a couple of other things. There is the Homestead Scarecrow. Does the exact same thing as a simple creature deterrent. Put spoiled meat into it, and it will scare creatures away. We go here. There's the Creature's Comfort Pack. If I'm not mistaken, some new things came in the Creature's Comfort Pack for for this update. They did a couple of extra updates for like a couple of the extra DLCs to add a couple of things to them. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the things they did was they updated the Creature Comfort Packs for a couple of other things. They also updated the Pits DLC, so there are a couple of extra dogs and cat types out of the workshop that you can purchase if you wish. Different breeds of them. There is the Homestead Decoration Pack. So this is just a bunch of decorations you can make in the decoration bench, which I've made. I should have already made, I think, a decoration bench so we can check them out. Um, there is a bunch of things in the carpentry bench now that's extra that are not homestead. They are base game items. So we now have a farm fence, we have a barbed wire fence, we have a ranch sign, and we have a ranch gate sign. We didn't have those before. So now we have those as extra stuff to go with the new genetic animal things. Let's see. What else do we have? We got this now. This is base game as well. We have a barn door now that we can use. Um, if I think I read on Reddit earlier, there is a Pacific wall you have to, well, it's not a specific wall you have to attach this to. This is unlike the other doors. This is a door by itself. You don't put this in a doorway or anything like that. It's a door by itself. You don't, it's basically a wall. You just put this down and it acts as a door. You don't actually put it in the door, the stone wall variant with the doorway in it. You don't do that. Tier 3, we have the homestead silo. Basically, this is just a hold place for quantities of plants and food. Basically, hold your animal feed. Basically, you don't really need this, but it's there. There is a variation of the iron crop plot called the homestead planter box. It does the exact same thing. It might look a lot nicer to use if you're wanting to use flowers or so, if you get flowers or something to use as decorations. Let's see what else. There's a homestead well now, so basically it's a metal rain reservoir in the shape of a well. And then the water barrel has a new shape in the homestead water tank. It does the exact same thing as this. I will say this one does hold a lot more. It stores a lot more than the water barrels does. But it's basically a big old water tank. Um, and it doesn't come with a base, so you would have to build your own type of base if you want to kind of use it as a water tower type thing. Let's see. What else is there? Just a couple other things. There is the homestead medicine bench. Exact same thing as the regular medicine bench, just a different version of it. Same thing with the kitchen bench here. Different version of it in tier 3. We also have the kitchen stove, a biofuel kitchen stove, and then we also have the butchery bench homestead version here that does the exact same thing as the butchery bench. Um, there is the homestead sewing machine. It basically it's exact same thing. It's kind of like a different version of um a textile bench. Um, it does all the same things that the textile bench does, really. Platinum weave, rope, cured leather, all that stuff. Just a different version of it. There's the homestead kitchen sink, which is a version of the plum sink in tier 3. The kitchen corner bench has a version, and the kitchen storage block has a version as well. Let's see, what else do we have here? I think that's it for tier 3. Yeah. And there's only one item in tier 4, and that's the homestead refrigerator. It's basically an electric refrigerator, just red, with a deal on front, a logo on front. That's if that's all I found. If there's more, I didn't see it, but that's all I found. So yeah. Uh, that's all I've seen anyway. Especially everything I've seen with the logo for Homestead. There is a new talent tree under Adventure. This is all about breeding your animals and stuff like that. So we have a deal for faster tamed creature gestation. So creatures gestate their babies quicker, up to 25%. We have a reduced aggression of wild creatures. So all your animals get this every animal, not just. I'm talking about your mounts, your dogs, your cats, all of them get reduced threat. Um, Tame creatures will gain more experience, so up to 10% extra experience for all of your animals. Um, Tame creatures fertilization recovery speed, so this just means you can breed again quicker. A 25% chance to find stronger wild creatures, have a chance to gain better stats, so that's actually pretty nice. Our 1 point here is during gestation, creatures gain increased damage resistance, so they don't get hurt as much. We also have creature stats mutation during fertilization, a increased phenotype mutation chance. The phenotype is the coloration of the animal. And then wild creatures, when captured or tamed, have a chance to gain rare colors. Same thing. This is the phenotype is the color of the creature. This just if you capture a creature out in the wild, there's a 25% chance that when you tame them, they will find a different color. Mothers will provide resistances and buffs to nearby juveniles. Tame creature genotype mutation chance. The genotype is like a I want to say ability or perk of different perks of the animal that infect their stats in different ways. We'll go over all of this because we're going to go tame something in a little bit. We have increased phenotype mutation color coding chance during fertilization, so more chance to get a different creature color. This 1 point is fathers gain strength and speed after fertilization, so we had the one for the juvenile and stuff like that. That one is for the fathers. There's the one that mothers that provide protection to others. Crowd creatures when captured or tamed have a chance to have gain rarer bloodlines. And then we have increased bloodline mutation, and then we have a 30% chance for our creatures to birth two for twins and stuff like that. Okay, so real quick, I need to harvest this. This should be my last harvest I need of these. So I'm going to just do this. Whoops. Oh, that's going. Let me plant my watermelons. So I have. Also, they nerfed the hell out of animals, so yeah, kind of hold on to all your extra food as much as you can. Because apparently they nerfed the food of the animals. So real quick, I'm just going to put all this off in here. And I'll redo this once I get the animal place built. You throw this off in here. So let's see. I've already made some things. Let me see. Where are they? So I've made some thatch floors for it. I've got some cubes, some walls, some stuff there, some stuff there. I'm not going to go for anything fancy. I'm just going to place down basically a block building in probably a 3x3 section and call it good. For right now, anyway. I might build later on once I figure out how I want to do it. Gonna need more walls, most likely. Let's go in and find out how to make the door, the barn door. I don't know if it's in here. Let me check this quick. This should tell me quickly. Barn door. It is made in the carpentry benches. I want one of those. I need two of those. I don't know how big this thing is. Seems to be a deal. Right or left is our door. Okay. There it is. Oh, open it. I think it defaults to the left, so it will always open that way, which is fine with me. Okay. So I need a wall, one more wall. Let me go get that real quick. No wall candles, unfortunately, in this one. Get some other lights over here. Light right there. Let me turn it daytime real quick, and then we'll get to working on the animal places in there. Okay. So they nerfed the crap out of OmniFeed, basically. You have to make OmniFeed now in here. And they does not give us good of a buff and stuff like that, basically. And you only stacks to 25 in the base game. I'm not sure if this mod has changed it back to 100. It was either 100 or 200 or something like that. So you don't make OmniFeed in the electronic food trough, and also they didn't nerf the cost of the electronic food trough. So a lot of people are saying it's not worth it anymore. I'm going to go ahead and make it anyway, since I can. So we're going to need 30 platinum weave, 2 titanium plate, and some carbon fiber. So let me go grab all that stuff. Electronic food trough. There we go. So we need 15 carbon fiber first. So let me make that. That's making. We need 10 electronics. I don't know if I have any left over from all my crafting I did. I made 100 earlier. Yeah, there's 60. Okay. And I need to get these and get them smelted. Okay, and then I need platinum weave, which I have a bunch of. I made a bunch of platinum weave for making various things. There was something that needed a bunch of platinum weave. I can't remember what it is now off the top of my head. And then 2 titanium plate. These, there we go, titanium plate. Then I just need to grab my thing here. Okay, so now you also have gruel. You throw in a fruit, vegetable, raw meat, or raw fish to make those gruels. So I'm just going to throw in all of my food and we're going to see what happens. Well, not all of my food, but all of my extra stuff that I was taking down for plant stuff. I can drop that. And we're going to see what happens. I'm hoping it's automatic. I think it is automatic. We'll see. Yep, it's automatic. So I'm just going to throw all that in there. And it's not making anything because it needs one spot. What's this for down here then? Okay, it does make it down here, but it has to have one spot open to make it. Okay. So I have to have another spot open for when something spoils before it makes all the stuff. It is working through animal fruit right now. I do have vegetables like corn, carrots, vegetables, delicacy. I don't know what this will turn into. I don't even know if this will work. Kiwi fruit is a fruit. The kumar is a vegetable. The potato is a vegetable. The squash is a vegetable. Pumpkins are vegetables. Fruit for strawberries. And the tomato is a fruit, apparently, to them. So, let me see if this does anything. No, it doesn't look like it. So I'll just take all that out. And I can put the other things back in now. The carrots and the avocado is a fruit. Okay. That's going to take up all the spots, so I'll just take that out. I'll leave 3 open just in case. Okay, so we got the animal food going. Now we need to get the animal water next, but let me get this stuff out of my inventory real quick so I know what I'm making here. Okay, so we need the animal food, well, animal water thing. It's a water purifier, I want to say. Is that what it's called? The filtered water trough. Okay. Is what that is called. So what do I need to make that? More carbon fiber, 20 concrete mix, 10 more electronics, 2 more titanium plates. We have this. We have this. We don't need the platinum weave anymore. I could throw the plants in here. It is 5. Okay. Oh, I am out of aluminum in here. Stack aluminum. I don't think my aluminum is in there. It's in here. And I need some concrete. I already had a bed, so I can go in here and set that down. What do I need for another bed? Just fabric and fur. Okay, we got spots for 2 animals. I have a cart and a saddle already. Before we head out to find an animal to tame, which I want a bison, I'm going to go over here and do our plants real quick, because it should be ready for harvesting. Also, they they nerfed the meat uh, butcher place as well. Used to, you could make prime meats from raw meats. They don't want you to do that no more, so they've taken that away. For those who don't know, prime meats are like your white meats and your T-bones. Those are considered your prime meats. Bacon, things like that. Not taming a moa. No. Get rid of those. So you can't turn prime meat, you can't turn raw meat into prime meat anymore, is what they did. We're going to go out this way, because this is where I've seen bisons before, is over here in this direction. Mostly Tyrannus and moas are near my place, and then things you can't ride. So we're going to go over here to the other side of this rock formation. That's where I've seen bisons. What do we got? Okay, we can deal with that. Here we got wolf. There's a bison, but I do not see a baby with it. Ah, there we go. A buffalo, I should say, not a bison. Uh-oh. Hopefully that didn't hurt the baby. Kind of busy right now. You're just in the way, like, heavily. I don't know where the kid went. There's the kid. Come with me, please. Thank you. If we get over here, we'll be out of the way of the freaking trees falling everywhere. Come on, Junior. Come on, Junior. Our place is right here. But we got to go this way, though, I think, to go around a little cliff. Because that's where our gold place is. There is nothing in the patch notes that I saw, or in their talking about the patch or anything about animals being affected by weather now. So apparently they're still not affected by weather, which is good. I'm gonna have to drag him through the house to get him to the other side. I haven't built a bridge yet. We just need him to come in with us. There you go. I don't know if he can go through a one-wide doorway or not. I'm going to try to see if I can get him to follow me through, but I don't know if he can. Yep, he's trying. He's trying his hardest. There he is. Come on in here to your new house. There you go. Close that, and I'll stop leading you, and you should come in here and start eating and doing your stuff. All right. So this guy is a bison. It's juvenile buffalo. We do not know anything about it. It's an unknown parentage. We don't know if it's male or female or anything like that until it tames up. So we're just waiting on him to do that. I want to sit here and watch and see if his stuff changes to eating and stuff like that. I just need to make sure he does eat. Anything that is stone is going to be hurt. So basically only the corners. Are what's going to be hurt here. He got up and went and ate, so that's good. So he's eating, so all of his stuff should be, yep, satisfied. So he's starting to work. Okay. So I'm just going to let him do his thing while I go over here and do my thing. You ain't going to have a good time doing that. Also, I haven't checked. How is the health of this thing? 1,000. That's actually more than a door. That's 500 more than a wooden door. These are 500. This barred doors. So the barn doors are better than any other door, really. For protection. If we take a look at a concrete, it's 1,500. So it's better than an eternal door, of course. But it's also better than a steel barred door. Of course, why wouldn't it be? Something I put steel into is not as good as a big wooden door. Of course. Also, in case you don't notice, I made bees. I made bee stuff here. So you're still making things. Okay. You're doing things. Okay. Just have to check on them every now and then to make sure they're doing their bee things. That they got a queen bee that they're doing things with. Stuff like that. This one's almost done. Okay. But I got 382 in this one. 389. 378 honey. And this one has 123. But I just recently took all the honey out of that one and put it off in my kitchen. So I've got a stack of honey in the sugar pile, which is in there with the sugar canes. Actually, it should be in here. Where did it go? Oh. Okay. I put it in. Okay, yeah, I understand now. I put it in with the stuff that makes tea stuff, that makes drinks, because the honey, you know, it makes multiple things. Let me throw this in here. So basically what you can no longer do is you can no longer make bacon. You can no longer make raw fatty T-bones. You can no longer make raw gamey meat. You can no longer make raw stringy meat. I'm not sure about the raw white meat, but of all of those, you can't make more of it in the butchery bench anymore. So you can take raw meat and make it into animal fat. You can take raw bacon and make it raw meat. But you can't take the other stuff and turn it in. What you can do, though, is if you get farm animals and you breed them enough, you can start to make vestiges out of them, which requires the trophy bench. And then you make a vestige out of I'm not sure how this works. I've not done a vestige yet, so I don't know what is required. But what you do is you make that vestige, and then you can turn it into the meat of that animal. So pigs give you bacon. Hens give you raw chicken and raw white meat. Roosters give you the same. Give you stringy meat instead of raw white meat. Sheeps give you raw soft meat. Ram vestiges give you the raw gamey meat. A cow will give you raw fatty T-bone, and a bull will give you raw giant steaks. and then you have the raw fish to make the fish fillets. And that's it. You can no longer turn raw meat into these things. You can only turn those into raw meat if you wish. So yeah, that was a whole thing right there. Okay, I guess they just got upset about that, so they didn't want you to do that anymore. Um, I kind of get it. It was a little bit overpowered that you could make the best food in the game pretty easily with that. With doing that, you could just hunt anything and get to make the meat that you wanted for your food that you're cooking. But now you actually specifically have to go out and hunt or raise barn animals. It just depends on what is required to make the vestiges. I don't know. I've never done it. Um, the trophy bench, is it tier 1 or tier 2? I think it's tier 2. I'm not sure. See, I haven't gotten into that yet because I was kind of wondering if I was going to eventually, because make it like you making like animal heads that you can hang up on the wall and stuff. So that's why I was going to do it eventually. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I just don't. Oh, here it is. I do have it already. Okay. So I do have it. I just need to make one. Let's go make one. I haven't straightened out my workshop yet, so just been busy. I actually worked overtime today, um, by about 2.5 hours or so. Had to work overtime. Um, so what we're looking for is the trophy bench. So TRO, it's right here. So we'll make that. And we'll see. So make that, throw it like right here. So what goes into a vestige? So say a deer trophy. Huh? Oh, okay. So you can make the trophies out of this. Um, oh, right. I forgot. That's not what you need. Yeah, that's what you need. You need the trophy bench to make the you need the trophy bench to make the trophies, but there's another tool that I don't have, and it's the vestige knife or something like that. I cannot remember its name right now off the top of my head. Taxidermy knife. That's what you need. That's what you need. This is what gives you a 100% chance of attaining creature vestiges when skinning. That's what you need. Sorry about that. So I need to make that in my anvil bench or the foundry. Okay. So it would be in here. What would it be under? There it is. So I'm gonna need some wood, iron, iron nails, leather. You want to do that because I have to put it off in here so I can repair this later if I want to, because it's going to repair from iron. Um, what is this? It's a knife attachment. Okay. So let's see. I have on my main knife the Butcher 2 one. Is there anything else I want? This gives me rare meat while skinning. Leather. Fur, so bones and skinning fur. And then the rare meat. Attack speed, melee damage. I think I should do this. No, this one. I think I should do this. Because if I'm going to use this to make vestiges, then we want more meat. So basically, we're getting vestiges. We would get vestiges to get raw meat, to get the high tier meat. So we would want additional chance to get the high tier meat, right? Is what I'm thinking of. So yeah, I would want the prime meat attachment again. I would want another one. So I need one composite. No, I want steel, fur, carbon fiber, refined wood. Okay, so let me see here. Fur, steel, and epoxy. Okay, we need refined wood, steel screws, and one carbon fiber. Let's go check on our animal. See if they're done growing yet or taming yet or not. Nope, 88%. So got a little bit more time. I don't think I want a horse head. I'm gonna kill it because it's wants to hurt me, but I don't want a horse head, so we're just gonna pass on that one. This window, nice buck here. See what we can do. And there we go. We got our vestige. Nice. Don't want to mow a vestige, so I'm just going to pass. Those are those sheep goat things. Oh shit, I need to get back. That's going to be dangerous. I'm going. I'm running as good as I can. Oh, wasn't supposed to hop over like that. I'm supposed to go through the door over here. All right, let's see here. So, press to place. Interact with the table. Wild boar carcass. One wild boar carcass. Gives me 3 bacon for this and 2 wall right meat. Okay. Don't know if that's worth it or not, but it is what it is. And I got a Moa vestige anyway. And we're going to just destroy that because I didn't want it. I don't remember doing the Moa vestige, but I might have. So you have to do the farm animals. You can't do this one. But we can probably turn this into a trophy. So let's see. Wrong bunch. So it's called an Equix. Equix. EQ. We need some refined wood for that. Okay. Have that right here. And we can make the trophy for a decoration. Is the door closed? Yes, it is. Cool. All right. Hang that right there above our bed. And maybe it'll look better in the day. It's right there next to a light, so yeah. very much in the shadows. Just like this is in the shadows, but it's better. All right, 7. And it is ready to harvest. Also, this should be done, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. There's a kitty in my room. How you doing, kitty? What kitty is that? Huh? What kitty do I got? That is our newest cat. That is Bitsy. She done run away, so I can't pick her up and introduce her. Maybe one day we'll be able to pick her up and introduce her. She's a very shy kitty. I guess that's going to be extra food for our animals or something there. Just depends on how it goes. I just don't know when I'll get the animals completely going. I need to get like exotic so I can get the farm animals because they're kind of expensive. Did potatoes. I haven't done tea. I haven't done berries really, so I guess I should get some berries. Haven't done coconuts. Gross. I thought I did soybeans. I may not have. Did I not do soybeans? I thought I did. Not in here. No, there they are. Yeah, I've did soybeans, even though I guess I just didn't have that many left after I harvested. Um, why does this always change when I do this? I don't know. Oh, so we have cocoa, we have coffee, we have wheat. We need to do. Um, I'm just looking at all the ones I have left to do. I know I need this done. Um, need to do the coconuts. Need to do the berries. Need to do the tea. Done did those. Did those. Haven't done corn yet. I've done mushrooms. I've done carrots. I've done squash. I've done kiwi. Done rhubarb. Done sugarcane. Did reeds. Did lilies. Haven't done cocoa. Done. Haven't done. Haven't. I've got some, but that was just me harvesting. So these are all the ones I haven't done. So I think I'm gonna do corn next. Get that taken care of. I'm like saving the drink stuff for last. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Yep. I need to do that. Grab my bag of basic fertilizer and go do it. Actually, with 105, I don't need the fertilizer. I only do the fertilizer if I have like only those 5 seeds from the workshop so I can get them going quicker. All right, I think we're going to call it here. Let me see. We're going to go check on our animal here in just a second. So I don't need the corn being made anymore. Let me throw this down here. Just going to set that right there so I know it's there. That doesn't need to be there. That can go there. Okay. It's also nighttime, so we'll go do that real quick. Go to bed. It looks okay. I like it. I'd probably move it around or something. Just right in the shadow, so. But this animal should definitely be done. Let's hope we don't crash as soon as we look at him or claim him. But here we go. So we have Protagoras. You are level 0. 82 out of 944 for the level. Health is 100%. You have food. You have water. You're tamed by nobody. You will now be tamed by me. I'll let your name be that. It's fine with me. Okay, so we have a female. We also have wild, which is the most common one. The bloodline wild affects the following stats: growth, 1% chance to cause minor hemorrhage on hit with attacks every 5 levels. It's the most common one you can get. Stats is 5 water consumption and 5 food consumption. There are a lot of bloodlines. And this is your stats here. There's vigor, gives you health. Fit gives you stamina. Fizz gives you melee damage, weight capacity. Reflexes gives you minus movement speed. So, well, yeah, that's bad. I think it's supposed to be plus movement speed. Toughness gives you plus 15% physical resistance, or just gives you a fixed physical resistance. Uh, Adaption gives you cold heat resistance, and instinct gives you time between producing milk, time between eggs, 7% wool grow speed, 3 cargo inventory slots. So basically, you want your animals that come from the station, your chickens, your cows, and stuff, to have high instinct. So that's what you would be breeding for, is a high instinct animal. This is what the tree looks like now. So we got reduced food usage into increased fall damage reduction or stamina regeneration. If you go the fall damage reduction, you can also get Flaming Defiance, which increases the fire heat resistance. Okay. From Cat-like Grace over to Toughest Leather, you get physical damage reduction up to Nurtured Recovery for health regen. And then Fever Control reduces water consumed in the desert, and nearby players are more resistant to hyperthermia, which is being hot. And then, or from our buffalo, we could also get Strong Back, which gives you weight capacity. You also have Riding Forward, which increases your slow resistance. You have an inventory slots, and then Perfect Pasture for food duration, and then grazing behavior. If you go north, you get the maximum health. You get cargo harling for slots. And then you also can get water consumption reducing and then increasing your movement speed. If you go to the right, you get stamina, max stamina, reduced jumping costs, and then it goes back up into racing. If you go down here, you get perceived animal threat, movement speed while hauling a cart. This is your important one if you're going to be using a bison, because they're pretty much built for the bison. And then you also have attacks cost blunt trauma. This is good if you want to be able to protect yourself while out. So there's that, which wild does pretty much the same thing, I think. And then we have large stomach, which modifier effectiveness, but also space in your stomach as well. So there's all of that. I don't want him to follow me. I want him to stay here. So he's going to stay here. Or she's going to stay here. Protagoras. You will stay here, girl. Okay. It's slowly making this stuff. So cool. Should have enough animal feed forever. Especially for just that one. Alright. So yes, that is the animals, and that is their thing. We would have to go out and find another wild buffalo, hope it's male, and then take it home. Take it home, tame it. If it's not male, kill it, go get another one. So it's now random. All right. Well, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in y'all's part of the world. Bye.